Hello. All right, we're back in business. All right, we're just starting off the night, so hopefully we'll get our groove now. Okay, let me start over. Like many of the people in this room who went through middle school, I remember 7th grade as less of an enlightening educational experience and more of a day-to-day battle with obnoxious pre-teenagers, fed-up teachers, and most of all, with your awkward hormonal self. I would come home from school, and my parents would ask me, "How was your day?" To which I would reply with the usual half-conscious, "Good." But one day, I sat down and really thought about it. How was my day? I decided to give myself an honest answer. A light 2.5 out of 5. And so began an era in which I would rate my days. I kept track of my ratings in a little stack of papers stashed away in my bedroom closet. Monday, March 15th, 2010. 2.5 out of 5. Tuesday, March 16th, 2010. 1.5 out of 5. I don't know why I insisted on using halves on a scale out of 5 rather than wholes on a scale out of 10. But that was the least of my worries. You see, usually when a day got a low rating of a 1 or a 2, I was too focused on whatever was distressing me at the time to really pay much attention to the rating itself. Ironically, it was the days that scored 4s or 4.5s out of 5 that really troubled me. And I didn't really understand this dilemma until I went through the most anticipated event of my 7th grade career. My friend Ethan James's bar mitzvah. Now, the bar mitzvah had been kind of a mystical foreign concept to the young me, who had grown up in the mostly Catholic hamlet of Congers, New York. This bar mitzvah had occurred late enough in the year for several waves of matching bar mitzvah sweatshirts that come crashing down upon Felix Vesta Middle School, leaving me washed up on the shore, utterly excluded. But this was it. This was my moment. Today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, the big night. And one day, I'll be walking into D-Wing, donning my sleek, black, Ethan James bar mitzvah sweatshirt. I forgot to mention, this bar mitzvah was at an arcade in New Jersey. This was a perfect score waiting to happen. And it happened. Oh, it was everything a 13-year-old boy could dream of. Street fighter, air hockey, sweaty dancing to Sean Paul. And girls. Like 15% girls. Ethan was lighting the candles, and I had no idea what was happening. But it was freaking awesome, because I was at a bar mitzvah. The moment I got home, I raced upstairs, threw open my closet door, pulled out a sheet of paper, and wrote down a big, bold, lead-saturated 4.7. I leaned back in my spinny chair, beaming a smile of pure contentment, which slowly began to dissipate. It occurred to me just how excited I was throughout the entire day, the entire night, to mark down that 4.7. I thought I enjoyed tonight. At least, I told myself I did. But I realized I was so focused on the concept of enjoyment, of gracing my record books with that near-perfect score, that it wasn't really enjoying myself. And I said to myself, if I'm not enjoying sweaty Sean Paul at 15%, I must be doing something wrong. So in that moment, I grabbed my stack of shit, papers, months worth of ratings and dumped them in the recycling bin. From then on, I decided to live my life, not for the purpose of achieving that coveted 4.7, but simply to enjoy, to appreciate the moment before it flies by. So what did I do? I began to do things just because. I learned guitar, tried the high jump, made new friends, and by the time I was in 8th grade, I felt like a new person. You see, this concept of living in the moment, I feel, is more relevant now than ever before. Today, we're obsessed with being our own autobiographers. Instagramming, Snapchatting, tweeting, Facebooking, if you're grandma. Every single moment in our lives, rather than just simply living them. You know, high school seniors today dedicate a solid third of prom night to just taking photos. Photos upon photos. Now don't get me wrong, I love nostalgia. I'm like an old man with how much I like to look back fondly upon the past. But you see, if the purpose of taking a photo is to capture a moment, an experience, what kind of experience exactly are we capturing if the experience itself was just taking the photo? But you know what? You know what? This is what I say. I say, put the iPhone down, log off of Twitter. It's time for you to go out and make some real memories for yourselves. Now, will somebody please take my photo? Thank you.